let's take a look at how to prevent messing up your dopamine system and also how to increase your dopamine levels by doing natural dopamine healthy activities.
Scandinavian Bob here, hi. Yeah, a real voice and person behind this video who has been involved in the porn addiction community for 13 years now and helped hundreds of guys quit for good. So if you don't like all these fake AI videos out there, consider subscribing.
Number 1. Avoid looking at lights between 10 p.m. and 4 a.m. Yes, there are studies out there showing how viewing lights in any wavelength in the middle of the night will reduce your dopamine production for several days afterwards. So do your best to dim the lights at night. Now, don't freak out if you have to go to the bathroom and you have to turn on the lights at night. That's not going to do much harm. But let's say you lie in bed and you watch a whole movie on your tablet at 12:30 in the middle of the night. Well, then you should know that your dopamine production will suffer a few days after that. Number 2, avoid excessive social media use. Yes, if you constantly all day long go on Facebook, Twitter and similar platforms, checking your likes, checking notifications and chasing everything that pops up in your feed, you are definitely shooting yourself in the foot in terms of your dopamine. I personally try to keep my social media use to under 2 hours a day, precisely because of this. Now again, don't freak out here if you do more than that, because it's not like there's a magical line that once I pass 2 hours, I'm desensitizing myself. No, desensitization is not an on-off thing. It's more of a spectrum, and to be honest, I would guess that 99% of people in today's world are at least a bit desensitized from time to time. In fact, that's the nature of dopamine receptors. They constantly turn down and turn up, like a thermostat. And let's say, for example, here that we only get to a 94% healthy dopamine system. Well, maybe that's still good enough, because again, in today's world, it is indeed hard for all of us to be 100% dopamine healthy. By the way, I think most of my subscribers already know that having low dopamine functioning is also going to give you less energy, low motivation and less enjoyment out of life. But did you know that low dopamine also make you less able to focus and less able to concentrate? Yes, and not only that, low dopamine also increases your risk of relapsing if you are struggling with overcoming a bad habit or an addiction. Here's an interesting way of looking at it. Imagine a big symphony orchestra. Well, if you have low dopamine, it's like some of those instruments are sometimes playing the wrong notes, and some of them are even playing when they're supposed to have pause. When this happens, we experience it as cravings or distracting thoughts, making us lose focus on the important things, and it can really take us off our game. In fact, according to the neurobiologist Andrew Huberman, many people are giving themselves ADHD-like brain changes by constantly using their smartphone and jumping from one thing to another, only staying a few seconds on each thing. And yes, that's not surprising at all, because by doing that, we are literally training our brains to lose focus. And by the way, Huberman also pointed out that at least trying to have a 2-hour day limit on your social media use would be a great idea, precisely because of that and to help protect your dopamine system. Number 3, physical exercise. Physical exercise is one of the absolute best way to give your brain a healthy dopamine increase, because it doesn't downregulate your dopamine receptors. In fact, exercise has actually been shown to help upregulate your receptors. That's like a double win, because that means it will help your dopamine both short term, but even more so long term. Number 4, cold exposure. Yes, taking an ice bath or swimming in a cold lake or taking a cold shower are also incredibly effective ways for instantly raising your dopamine levels. And here too, just like with the exercise, it will help upregulate and fine-tune your dopamine system. It's actually quite amazing how powerful cold showers can be. And yes, I personally start my mornings by first doing some cardio, followed by a shower where I turn the knob all the way to the coldest setting at the end of my shower. Number 5, making a to-do list. Making a to-do list with a few items you get to tick off over the course of your day is a great way to increase your dopamine levels. You see, every time you achieve one of those micro goals, it raises your dopamine in a healthy way, and that will then also feed your motivation and drive to go for your next goal. I always end my days by writing the following day's micro goals. Well, I actually call it my intentions down on a piece of paper. And then the next day I make a game out of attacking and achieving my intentions. Go ahead and try it. Once you get it going, it can make you much more driven. And of course, that'll help you achieve things faster as well.
And speaking of dopamine and excitement for life, if you want to know if your dopamine system is currently working for you or against you, and how much corn has potentially affected you, you can take my free dopamine quiz right now by using the link under the video. Just click on that right now to get your own personal dopamine score. And okay guys, if you want to know why I personally decided to give up adult sites, I reveal it all in this video right here. This is Scandinavian Bob signing out for today. Consider giving me a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.